Buenos días y bienvenidos a esta edición del Sugar City Morning Show para hoy jueves y hoy es el 18 de mayo. Good morning, folks, and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show. Today is Thursday and today is the 18th of May and it's exactly 4 minutes after 7 o'clock. I want to take time out to bid you good morning and to wish you all the best for the day. Beautiful day here in Orange Walk. Beautiful day. Actually, skies were blue for a moment early this morning, and yes, kind of hot, but during the early hours of the morning, it cools off a bit. Not as much as we would like it to cool down, but nonetheless, still some sort of respite from the excessive heat that we have during the day. Gran gusto saludarles. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión, Canal 10 aquí en Orange Walk. Y estamos enviando saludos a todas las personas que nos ven a este momento, que se unen con con nosotros en este programa, desde Corozal hasta Toledo, desde San Pedro hasta el Benque, y ya más allá de nuestras fronteras también, la Ribera del Río Hondo, por otros lados, también aquellas personas que nos ven a través de el internet, a través de YouTube. Muy buenos días. It's a pleasure to bid you good morning. Como siempre, y hoy no es ninguna excepción, vamos a empezar nuestro programa hoy con nuestra oración. Siempre les digo que hay ciertas personas que sí hablan de que creen en Dios y que esto y el otro, pero cuando les pides profundizar su fe, se pierden. Es a veces difícil entender. Simplemente se llama fe. Fe. Creer en lo que no ves. Tener que esa confianza de que hay un poder superior mucho más fuerte que tú. Y que este poder superior es lo que le pone la orden a la vida. Y sin este poder superior, pues no haría sentido. Muchas cosas, en fin, nada haría sentido. No habría orden. ¿Ok? Por eso hoy le digo gracias, Señor, por este nuevo día. Por esta nueva mañana donde tu luz despeja toda oscuridad. Se va todo temor y reina tu amor, Padre. Te presento mi vida para que la limpies de todo aquello que no te agrada. Dame una mente renovada y que esté centrada en hacer tu voluntad. En este nuevo día, Padre, te alabo y bendigo tu nombre. Te doy gracias por mi familia, mis amistades y por el trabajo que puedo realizar día a día. Dame sabiduría para hablar, Padre, para saber decir las cosas y para escuchar con la atención necesaria. Que pueda mantener la calma al pasar el día siendo paciente, en todo lo que debo realizar. Te pido que protejas a mi familia. Que nos protejas a todos nosotros cuando entremos y salemos de nuestro hogar. Cuídanos y líbranos de todo mal. Que seas escudo, Padre, alrededor de nosotros. Gracias por estar a mi lado, por las oportunidades que me das, por las puertas que se abrirán hoy. Gracias por darme tu amor y tu bendición. Padre, yo te doy las gracias por todo esto. Te pido que nos continúes bendiciendo. Amen. Good morning. If you just joined us, it's exactly 8 minutes after 7 o'clock. So let's look what the weatherman has to say. This is the report public weather forecast for today, the 18th of May. And this report generated at 6 o'clock in the morning indicates that today we have fair, warm, and dry conditions prevailing. The 24-hour forecast. Skies will be sunny today and mostly clear tonight. Little or no rainfall is expected. But tell me something new. Finally, it is May. Winds east 5 to 10 knots. The sea state slight chop to light chop. In other words, barely moving. And there are no advisors in place. I just want to tell you quickly that it's 12 days before the end of May. And in 13 days' time, we will begin the month of June, which indicates that it's not only the beginning of another month or the 6th month, but also the beginning of the hurricane season. So I just want to make that very, very important point that we are beginning the hurricane season in 13 days' time. The outlook for tomorrow, Friday and Friday night, is for continuing fair, warm, and dry weather. The temperatures, the highs for today along the coast, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, inland 98 degrees Fahrenheit, and in the hills, only 84 degrees Fahrenheit. The lows for tonight, along the coast, 81, inland 74, and up in the hills, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. The tides, there's a low tide this morning at 8:44. That means 16 minutes before 9 o'clock. Then there's another high. Well, the first high actually at 2:53 this afternoon. Then there's another low at 10:26 tonight. And then the second high tide of the day, well, in fact, tomorrow morning at 4:31. You know, these things happen in 6-hour periods. And we see that very clearly in 6-hour periods. Obviously, everything is tied in with the movement of the moon. So it's not exactly 6. But the sun sets today at 19 minutes after 6. The sun rises tomorrow morning at 19 minutes after 5. Notice how the sun is now rising at almost 5 o'clock. About 2 months ago, we were talking that the sun was rising at 20 minutes before 6, a quarter before 6. Now it's 19 minutes after 5. And like I said, this will go on until the month of June, approximately the 20th, 21st, or the 22nd of June, when we climax that phenomena. That means that it will the sun will rise earlier and set the latest hour, and which means that will be the longest day. That means the day with the longest sunshine, clarity. It doesn't mean that we go beyond 24 hours. No, it doesn't mean that. But the shortest night and the longest day. And then after the 21st of June, then we begin the process of shorter nights, shorter days, until we get to December 21st, when that climax is. The moon sets this morning at 36 minutes after 11, and the moon rises tomorrow morning at 12:33. That means 33 minutes after midnight. We want to thank Forecaster Guy for this information. Buenos días, compañeros. Un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana. Mis disculpas por no estar aquí ayer por la mañana, pero con una gripe increíble, pues, y dolor de cabeza, pues era bastante. Todavía tengo el malestar pero no importa, no puedo fallar por más. Es el reporte para hoy, jueves 18 de mayo. Y este reporte generado a las 6 de la mañana indica que hoy vamos a tener buen tiempo. Tiempo caluroso, tiempo seco. Finalmente, como digo, dime algo que no sé, estamos en el mes de mayo. Calor y poca lluvia. En fin, nada de lluvia. Perdón. Para las siguientes 24 horas, los cielos estarán despejados, soleados. Estará haciendo mucho sol hoy. Bastante claro hoy por la noche. Es más, cielos despejados hoy por la noche. No se espera nada de lluvia. Y si es que cae, nada más unas cuantas gotitas, como dirías. Por aquí y por allá. Los vientos del este de 5 a 10 nudos. El estado del mar casi inmóvil. Es más, una chapeadita por ahí, pero nada agitado. No hay ninguna advertencia en el lugar. Se espera que para mañana viernes y viernes por la noche continuemos viendo estas condiciones, nada diferente. Y hablando de las temperaturas, compañeros, para el día de hoy, una alta de 88 grados por la costa. En el interior vamos a subir a 98 grados. Y, wow. Estos días cuando no tenemos mucha humedad, por decir, entonces no existe lo que es la humedad en el ambiente. Sí existe, pero no se siente tan pronunciado. Si estuviéramos con un efecto, con un índice de humedad súper alto, entonces esos 98 grados se sentirían como 110 grados. Hoy sí va a ser mucho calor, se va a sentir como 104, 105, se va a sentir como si fuera, porque tenemos humedad en el ambiente, pero no excesiva. ¿Okay? Por las colinas, 84 grados. Las bajas por la costa, 81, al interior 74. Y por las colinas, únicamente 66 grados. Envidia. Las mareas. Una baja a las 8:44 hoy por la mañana, una alta a las 2:53 hoy por la tarde, luego otra baja a las 10:26 hoy por la noche y luego otra marea alta mañana por la mañana a las 5:29, mañana viernes. Compañeros, el sol se oculta hoy a las 6:19, el sol sale mañana a las 5:19 y y la luna se oculta a las 11:36 hoy por la mañana y luego sale la luna mañana por la mañana a las 12:33. Es más, 33 minutos luego de la medianoche. Y le tenemos que dar las gracias a Forecast Guy por esta información. Y obviamente tenemos que agradecer a nuestros patrocinadores. A la gente que siempre nos apoya, estamos hablando de Germán Vega, el honorable Gaspar Vega, el señor Eduardo Vega, los señores de A&R, estamos hablando también de Rapidito Loans, Carl Husner, Belize Tourist Board, Government of Belize Press Office, Mr. Derek Gillett, y también quiero darle gracias a esta estación de televisión por permitir que pasemos este anuncio. También quiero darle gracias al meteorólogo Guy por esta información, por poner esta información en el sitio web para que gente como nosotros lo podamos compartir con ustedes. Les deseo a todos un bonito día. Hoy sí, pues ir a lavar. Compañeros, vamos a tomar una pausa y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios. Así que no se vayan cuando son las 7.
What? 50%?
Sure, no mess wrong, but the water do pan it so.
When I adjust it,
Dude, relax. Atanun data hang up.
If you want to do them things, to develop bigger and better data plans, we need to look into.
But I can't help it. Digital 4G LTE so fast, I just want
Still, I feel you. You could go to data usage in your phone settings to easily monitor the amount of data each app is using on your phone.
the first ever Davco Village Fest on Saturday, May 20th at the People's Stadium. Come and enjoy cultural presentations from 24 villages in the Orange Walk district. There will be cultural dances, arts and craft displays, plotting of the maypole, games for kids and adults, greasy pole, and Baba Bitters drinking contest, and many more. Also, all day long, you can get your brand new phone and special promotion plans, both from Digicel and Smart. When it comes to food, come savor delicious Reino Negro, pibil, tamales, cham cham de wech, cow food soup, escabeche, and so much more. Gates open at 9 a.m. Official opening ceremonies at 10 a.m. Youth Collection Band will be jamming from 4 to 10 p.m. It's the first ever Davco Village Fest on Saturday, May 20th at the People's Stadium. Platinum sponsors, Niche, Ministry of Rural Development, Davco. Golden sponsors, CT Parks, La Immaculada Credit Union Limited, Caribbean Chicken, Circle R, LNR Liquors, Smart, Coca-Cola, Belkin, and Digicel.
As a testament to government's commitment to improving the lives of all Belizeans, in 2016, the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Commerce, championed by Beltrade, secured approximately $300 million in new and expanded investments, leading to over 1,500 jobs in tourism, agribusiness, and business outsourcing. The ministry continues to facilitate meaningful investments that will improve the lives of all Belizeans.
Music is not what I do. Music is who I am. I keep up with what's hip, what's hype, what's now. With my Digicel 4G LTE Advance, I am way ahead of the game. No data in the region can keep up with Digicel 4G LTE Advance. Digicel 4G LTE Advance, up to 5 times the speed, 5 times the rush. You feel it?
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Tienes 8 cilindros. Eres adrenalina disfrazada de aleación de aluminio a 8000 revoluciones por minuto.
Así como así. ¿Será el cigüeñal?
Una limpieza de inyectores, un cambio de aceite. Vas a correr con libertad, campeón.
Los que entendemos al motor como si tuviera voz, hablamos máquina. Rushras, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Ahora distribuido por German Vega Anton. Búsquelo en tu tienda favorita.
The blessing of a mother is the most divine gift. She who is the light of our eyes, she who is full of grace. Oh, sacred is a mother that makes our hearts full of joy. Thank you, Mother. Everything I owe it to you. Thank you for giving me life. And yes, for this special time, we at Rapid Eco Loans extend a big thank you to all mothers for being nurturers of love, for being stronghold of our society, for giving us eternal love. And to give back to you from now until Mother's Day, we are offering 25% discount on our widest array of quality and affordable jewelry. Yes, you heard right. 25% discount. Come one, come all, and take advantage of this mega promotion. Surprise your blessed mother with that special gift, a valuable gold piece that will last a lifetime, a precious and genuine gift that she deserves. Remember, 25% discount on all gold jewelry from now until Mother's Day. You can visit us at number 2 Belize Corozal Road in Orange Walk Town. Wishing all mothers a blessed and joyful Mother's Day. Rapidito Loans, your number 1 money lending and jewelry center.
They see you and know you're an event. Always a star, yes. You live in color to the limit. Large and in charge, yes. That's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color, Buster.
Everyone told me I can build an empire, but they never told me what it entailed. I am always on the go. I take pride in providing the most reliable and efficient service. That's why I love my Digicel 4G LTE mobile data. My customers can contact me at any time to send me pictures of what they want. Plus, I can always place international orders for new products no matter where I am. Me and Digicel 4G LTE, we make a good team.
Across the country, development and transformation continue under this government. The new Guanacaste roundabout at the junction of the Hummingbird and the George Price highways is complete and one to be proud of. The George Price Highway is being rehabilitated from the Belmopan Junction to Benque Viejo. There will be a new baking pot bridge and upgrade of the Caracol Road. Also, the new Macau River bypass and bridge will be completed by March 2017. In the Belize district, the work has already started from the Hallover Bridge to the Philip Golson Airport, and funding has now been secured for the new link road to span the Belize River, starting from behind Gentrack and coming out at Mile 8 on the George Price Highway. A $40 million UK grant has been secured for the paving and aligning of the coastal road and construction of new bridges. Under this same grant, the Philip Golson Highway will be improved between Orange Walk and Corozal. This government continues to work for the development of Belize. Your vision, our mission.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is my distinct pleasure to be here with you this morning and also to welcome a very good friend and a partner in the organization of the DAVCO Village Fest here in Orange Walk, the first ever DAVCO Village Fest. To welcome Elvis. Muy buenos días, un gran gusto. Sí, un gran gusto saludarles y dar la bienvenida a Elvis. Hoy vamos a estar hablando con señor Elvis, but before anything else, Elvis, a lot of people saying, oh, DAVCO, DAVCO, DAVCO. Explain to the public, what is DAVCO?
DAVCO is the District Association of Village Councils. It's the body that incorporates all the village councils in the district. In Orange Walk, there's 24 village councils, and DAVCO is the organization that lobbies between village councils, government, and other agencies. We also assist village councils in doing their reports, writing letters, doing whatever other things that they need to do that they might find difficulties doing in their village.
How do you get to become a member of DAVCO?
All village councils are automatic members of DAVCO. There is an executive board of 12, which is elected. This election is held amongst all village councils. Only a chairperson can be an executive member of DAVCO.
So, in other words, all chairpersons of each and every village council within the district of Orange Walk belongs to DAVCO. And
Yes.
out of those 24 representatives from the Orange Walk district, then there is an executive of 12 people.
That's correct.
And these 12 people then do the actual running of the association. Okay. Then I hear something like NAVCO. Explain to us now what the difference between DAVCO and NAVCO is. What with a D and what with an N?
We call NAVCO the parent organization of DAVCOs. There is a DAVCO in each district association, and NAVCO is the national association. So all DAVCOs are automatic member of NAVCO,
which is the National Association of Village Councils.
Now that is the more we call it the stronger body, the body that more directly liaison with government and the village councils.
Excuse me, just 1 minute. Let me take this call. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. ¿Cómo estás? How are you doing?
Good, and you?
We're doing pretty good here this morning. Better than yesterday.
Well, that's good to hear. All right, this morning I have another poem to share.
Yes.
And this one is entitled Breath of Fresh Air.
Breath of fresh air.
Yes.
Good. Go ahead.
How long, my dear, have you been living in clutter, smothered by fear and limitations until you feel you'd never get out of the gutter? The stench is pungent and there is only but a peephole on one side. So you take deep breaths, preserving whatever oxygen was left yet in your lungs. How long, my dear, will you take the smell of your own flesh, not knowing if you should turn right or go left? For all you know, the only way is out. So you gather up all the bit of strength that you had somewhere inside and shout. And you fought a fight so hard because it was the only thing left to do. You're tired of feeling sorry for yourself, but that didn't work. You threw yourself a pity party for all it was worth. You rolled over on the floor and hoping that you died, but then you woke up in the morning and the light from the peephole shone brightly in your eyes. And in a sudden, a courage had built up, and more destined than determined, you finally broke out. With a great big holler you breathed. The stench had blinded your nose. The only strength you had left was in your mouth. You are your own worst enemy, so have no fear. Breathe, breathe, breathe that breath of fresh air.
Thank you. There's nothing worse than living in fear.
Fear, yes. So that was the whole...
Fear for a number of circumstances.
Yeah.
But sometimes, because of our own egoism, we are afraid of what people talk about.
Yes.
We're afraid of doing things. We're afraid of repercussions of our own actions. We are important. I go back to that one, that we're afraid of what people say about us. Once we begin to accept ourselves and not be afraid, then we stop looking through that peephole. We view life differently. Thank you very much for that poem.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Have yourself a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. It's really a breath of fresh air when you have her poems.
Yeah.
Listening to her poems. Well, she calls in at least 2 or 3 times a week. But I like because they're very clear. They have clearly a message that is being sent out. And a lot, well, not a lot of times, most of them talk to us about the emotions that we have from within. You know, they don't talk about, oh, look at the lilies out in the valley and the mountain dew is and how green the pasture looks and the cows are eating the none of that. It's more reality. It's more reality, and it's very emotional and very revealing of the problems that we have within ourselves. But thank you very much. But going back to DAFCO and NAVCO and all this thing, I gather that, well, I'll be honest with you, Elvis. I hadn't heard of DAFCO functioning before. I'm not throwing stones at anybody, but I just hadn't, me personally. But I know, because I'm involved now, that DAFCO is taking on a big project this year. And that is the DAFCO Village Fest, a little term that I like to think I coined up, because for the first time, 24 villages are being asked to unite in a spirit of friendship and in a spirit of celebration of who you are. How difficult is it to get in 24 villages?
It's quite a challenge, I will say, and there's many reasons for the big challenge. One is financial, which is usually the biggest challenge that we face.
But ironically enough, isn't that one of the reasons why you're having the Village Fest?
Yeah, but even so, you know, some little villages are in deep stress trying to get to the People's Stadium, trying to bring their products, trying to put stuff together to bring.
Why do you think it's difficult for some
of them? Of resource.
You think it's lack of resources? Okay. Yeah. God bless your soul.
Majority of village councils is not functioning the way they should, which is one of the reasons we try to organize this event, to try to bring people together, but also, Emmanuel, to show that working together, moving and trying to get things done, yes, you can do a lot.
So in other words, the DAFCO Village Fest is something like this, a stimulus, something to spark them out of their slumber.
And also it's an exercise for DAFCO, because we will be viewing the problems, we will be viewing the challenges that these village councils are having, we will be viewing the participation, and try to come up with something, some sort of a recommendation in terms of how these village councils are functioning and what are some of the major setbacks for village councils in the district. It's a countrywide problem with village councils, and I mentioned it before, but I have no reservation in speaking about it, because we have lost our sense of direction and priority between government and communities. It's a big task to run a village. Some villages are
with so many expectations.
Yeah.
And especially with, given the political background where a lot of promises are made.
Mhm.
But then, don't you think that it's particularly difficult that after the village councils are through and the person who wins, then he needs to begin to fulfill the promises?
You know, if you look at most organizations, you can see confusion and corruption, and you wonder why. People fighting against each other, looking for fame, looking for something that they will not find, instead of getting together and doing what they're supposed to do. So it is from top to bottom. I'm not going to say government, I want to more say political parties or organizations. Power struggle, lack of communication has created a whole lot of problems, and it makes it difficult to get things organized, because right within these village councils, within these organizations, it is hard to communicate. People try to work against each other within these little organizations for their own personal gain,
ulterior motives,
which end up being a loss to the people that they're supposed to serve and help. So the challenges are going to be there. The lackadaisical behavior of people. I hate to use the term lazy, but that's what it leads to in certain ways. And people expecting personal gains when they get into these organizations.
So you think that some people go in with the idea that they're going to, not knowing or knowingly, they get into this thing thinking that perhaps the big pot of gold is there, or at least some semblance of a pot of gold, and that they're going in there and they're going to make a veil of whatever, and that is going to be a go for it situation. I'm trying to watch my words here, just so that people don't get the wrong impression. But and then they find out the truth, that there's nothing like that.
Yeah.
Because village council members don't get paid.
No, they don't get
They are not awash with money. And the village council chairman, I gather, only gets $50 a month, and it's payable every 2 months. And I gather, and just quickly, just let me tell you something, that some of the reasons why we have the inactivity is because perhaps of a sense of disappointment, that at the end of the day, you know, you were literally urged to take up the position of village council, and then all of a sudden you are left alone.
Yeah. It's a very hard and cool reality.
You're left alone.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and then you find out that for you to be able to do something for your village, you have to get up from your derriere and do something.
Yeah.
So there comes DAVCO Village Fest trying to spark these village councils into activity out of their slumber.
Yeah.
And I can understand how difficult it is, because some have been, and I know because they've been involved, but some have been willing participants, and others have just taken on an attitude of no voy, no me importa, y no quiero ver nada con eso. Because no voy a granjear nada. I don't have anything to benefit. And how long can you go on taking on this attitude of like that? Let's take on this call. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Good morning, Emmanuel. Good morning, Elvis.
Hola.
Good morning.
Este es Wilfrido.
Oui, disculpa ante todo que no pude estar aquí contigo ayer, pero el día que tú quieras regresar, ayer por estar bastante enfermito, pero adelante, papá.
Me lo contaron.
Adelante.
Y lamentablemente no tuvimos tiempo suficiente también para hablar más, porque quería hablar de que Palmar puede ser una aldea modelo para la cultura. La única aldea en Orange Walk que tiene 2 fiestas culturales cada año, antes de la fiesta del patrón en marzo y también en octubre.
Y bastante activa la aldea.
Sí, había tantas cosas para hablar y recomendaciones, pero corrimos corto de tiempo. pero quiero decir algo, Elvis.
Yes, man.
Elvis.
Yes, sir.
I want to congratulate you on this commendable job that you're doing in uniting all the villages of Dalfco and Orange Walk.
Thank you.
And having this fest, this village fest.
Yes, sir.
No, why don't you make this a yearly event, hold it the Saturday before the 24th of May, every year, and make this be something traditional.
Okay.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea, but and it pretty much runs along. Let me ask Elvis to answer you there.
Yeah, you want to say something else, Cara, before you?
Yes, let's just say like we have the Town Fest, the Fiestarama. Every year that has been held, it generates funds for the town council. I think they use the monies to sponsor, the students, summer jobs, and so on, right?
Okay.
And it's pretty successful every year. Now, I just wanted to suggest something. You mentioned earlier about the food and about the coconut husking and the watermelon eating contests we are drinking. But you know what I would suggest that you can do? Maybe not this year, but next year.
Yes, sir.
The fire heart lighting contest.
Okay.
Many people cannot light a fire heart here in Orange Walk.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know what is a fire heart.
Yes.
Yep. Very good idea. And thank you for your input there, Carla.
Yes, Elvis. I had to call you earlier and interrupt your talk, because I will be going out in a little while.
Okay.
And then on Thursday, I want to go and listen to this talk that we'll be having on Marcos Canul at the House of Culture.
Okay.
The theme is Marcos Canul. Was he a hero or a bandit? I want to hear what.
Yeah, that sounds like a very interesting topic there.
I love that.
Yeah.
I
it's
love
part of our history.
You pick a side, like they would say.
Yeah.
A hero or a bandit. I'd love to be able to sit there. What time is that?
It's 9:30.
Oh, wow. I might just make a little while of that, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Have a very nice day.
Okay, you too, my brother. Thanks for your comments and input. Yes, man.
Actually, I was talking to Mr. Giovanni Petillo. What's his name? Pinello. I'm sorry. He is from the I hope I'm saying it right. ICSR niche in Belopán. A very educated man. Pleasure to talk to, a mine of information. And we were sharing exactly that, we're talking about exactly that topic. It depends on which side of the fence you are.
Mm-hmm.
So a number of people here in Orange Walk, Marcos Canul was the bad one. He used to bring all his Indians and burn the houses and so forth, and even killed some people. And to others, he was a hero, because he was fighting for the rights of the Indians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it depends on which side of the fence you are on. As a matter of fact, for us, for me now, it doesn't really matter what he is. I know because I can't change history. At this point now, I don't take part in that debate because at the end of the day, that's just the way it is. But back to you.
Yeah.
So everything is pretty much in place.
Yeah, just a little final details, we have to
Tell me some
work
of the
out.
activities that are being, so we can convince that person looking at watching the TV right now, and try to convince him that the People's Stadium is the place to go this Saturday. Talk to me.
If you love your country, if you love to see development and improvement, if you have a kind heart towards people in need, that is the first reason to be at the People's Stadium this Saturday. If you love sports, there will be sporting activities out there.
Like?
We'll be having a
Football
football
game?
game. We'll be having the greasy pole. There will be coconut husking contest.
What kind of coconut husking contest? You mean with a machete?
There's a stick.
Oh, you have to
sharpen
do
the pine.
Part. Vamos a ver qué bueno eres entonces.
Yeah, and there'll be coconuts, and who can get maybe 3 or 4 coconut peel first will be the winner. There will be the melon eating contest.
Watermelon eating.
Watermelon.
Okay. So what is this? How fast you can do it?
Yeah, there are several ways how you do it, and these different ways will come up spontaneously out there on that day. There is a new one that was mentioned, and we want to try the Baba Bitters drinking contest. Now,
This mean Baba because it's a bottle like a Baba.
a
for a
baby Baba.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And it will be filled with bitters.
You mean bitters with liquor?
Liquor.
Uh-huh.
And who can finish their Baba first will be the winner on that.
Okay. So you have to actually suck through that nipple.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a big man's Baba.
Okay.
So
Thank you. I actually I had never seen a contest like that, but it'll be fun, believe me. It'll be fun to watch.
We'll be having the greasy pole, and there'll be tombola, marble games, rides, and other games for the kids. So the kids will be able to have fun as well as the adults.
So it's an opportunity for the adults to bring their kids as well.
Yeah, bring the kids out, have a fun day out there at the People's Stadium. Apart from the food and the games, there will be cultural presentations. Palmer will do 2 presentations. There's different names to the dances that they will be doing, but go there and see them, support the culture. Indian Church will have 2 presentations. San Pablo will have 1 presentation. Oak Creek will have 2 presentations. And a very young little girl will start the ceremony, the opening ceremony, which will be at 10 o'clock, by singing the national anthem in Maya.
Okay.
So
I
that's,
didn't even know that there was a translation, much less to sing it.
yeah, that presentation will be coming from Oak Creek. Carmelita will be doing the the plotting of the maypole as their cultural presentation.
And tell me something, is this something that is traditionally Creole? The maypole, plotting of the maypole, or is it just something that is unique to the region?
Yeah, it's more this plotting of the maypole, according to what I have studied about it, originated somewhere in Europe. It's a European thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it came to Belize via the British, and it has passed down to us.
Tell me something. When you're plotting the maypole, is there any particular type of music that is played?
Yeah, there's more than one type of dance because it's a dance. So it's played to the music and they're dancing while they're doing their thing. And the end result is a beautiful pole. They are very colorful. So that will be a very colorful and beautiful event to be seen there on Saturday.
How many people participate in this?
It's 12.
12? Okay. So each person has a piece of ribbon held on. And then I think that one goes contrary. There's two sets, some going clockwise and some going anti-clockwise. And then they weave themselves through. And then at the end of the day, that is revealed in the pole. When you look at that beautiful mosaic, very, very. Well, I've had some experience with the maypole. I remember when I organized a fair for Rotaract many moons ago. We did that one in the park, in the Central Park, in the Queen Elizabeth Park. And a lot of people enjoyed it and said, it brings back memories of way past when they were kids. So I like that idea of plotting a maypole. And besides, how relevant, it's the month of May.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But talk to me, one of the big things that I gather the Village Fest is touting is food. Let's invite the people there to have lunch with us. Food. What kind of food are we having?
All kinds of food, Emmanuel. As I invite people to go and have lunch at the People's Stadium, we also want to say to them, don't eat a big plate from no particular style because there will be so much to taste.
So what you're telling me is take only bite, but,
yes,
but if you order already, you can't eat half and leave half. So I guess what you can do is just eat 11:30, 12, and stay. And eat 3 o'clock again.
Yeah, well, there are so much other things to do and see, so you'll definitely not want to leave the People's Stadium once you reach there.
Okay, all right.
So come early and start enjoying everything.
So you have, villagers, all the relleno, the escabeche, and the chilmole, and the pib, and so forth. That is, we hear, village, that comes from village, that must be good, because this is the original thing, the relleno de San Esteban y de Yocriqui, that's good, healthy food, and people are proud of what they do in the. So, I'm inviting people to go into the People's Stadium on Saturday.
Yeah, and some of this food will be prepared right out there at that day. The hot, fresh fried fish will be right out the frying pan, right onto your plate.
Oh, really? You have fried fish too?
Yeah. San Carlos, is going to bring fried fish.
Good.
Fresh out of the lagoon into the frying pan and onto your plate. How better can it be with sauce prepared from locally grown vegetables, onions and sweet peppers but near...
Before we go to the break, because the director's telling me that we need to go on a break, how much will the entrance cost to be?
It's only $2. $2.
And kids? This is a giveaway. Guys, we take a break and we'll be right back with you after these messages. Let's take that break.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get pop.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Attention members owners of La Immaculada Credit Union Limited. In our efforts to continue complying diligently with the regulatory requirements of maintaining our members' records updated as required by the Central Bank of Belize, we kindly ask all members owners to visit our offices and provide us with the following: 1. Your valid social security card or passport. 2. Proof of your address in the form of one original recent utility bill no more than 3 months old. Light and water bill preferred. If you are renting, leasing, don't receive utility bills, or your utility bills are in another person's name, the following documents will be accepted for confirmation of your address. 1. A letter confirming your address from the person whose name the utility bill is in, from your employer, from an alcalde or respective village chairperson, or from a judge or magistrate of the courts. 2. An original bank statement showing your address. 3. A tax bill. Or 4. A government-issued identification showing your address. Kindly ensure that your recent documents are delivered to us and updated no later than June 2nd, 2017, as our mandate is to freeze and report inactive accounts as well as accounts with outdated information to the Central Bank of Belize for further revision. We look forward to assisting all our valued members owners with this process to avoid disruptions in the delivery of our services to you. Your prompt compliance with the aforementioned is greatly appreciated. La Immaculada Credit Union Limited, your road to financial prosperity.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walktown. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you. The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta. We're talking here with Mr. Elvis Reynolds. And Elvis is the president of DAVCO here in Orange Walk. And DAVCO is currently organizing the first ever DAVCO Village Day. Do you have any plans for the future to do it as an annual thing? In answer to one of the callers' comments, do you think that will it be something that is held every year? Hopefully,
Yeah,
I understand that the what is it? The mechanisms behind that it will have to be a commitment from DAVCO, but not from personal commitment, because every 3 years presidents change. Talk to me about that.
Well, for my term as president, I have 2 more opportunities to be able to put this show on. But I want to mention also that I'm not the only one promoting this. This is the DAVCO board.
Let's take Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, yes, sir. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, we're here listening.
Oh, no, talk Spanish, man. Only English. English every day. English.
Ok, muy bien. Vamos a hablar español. Muchas gracias. Ok. Tienes que darte cuenta, señor, de que hay ciertas personas que su primer lenguaje es inglés y tenemos que respetar eso, así que tendremos la entrevista en inglés. Yo hago mi esfuerzo especial en hablar en español cuando tenga la oportunidad de hablar en español. En este caso, el señor Elvis prefiere hablar en inglés, así que tenemos que respetar eso. ¿Ok? Muy
Thank
bien.
you, Emmanuel.
Okay.
And Carla will try to
Can you speak
see
Spanish?
how much we can say in Spanish. I'll probably use
Can you speak Spanish, Elvis?
just very little.
When you say very little, and then all of a sudden he's very proficient in Spanish. Because all you have to do is put a young girl who speaks Spanish only, and you'll see how the words come up.
Very good advice, Emmanuel. Yeah, but as we were saying, the board, I want to thank them also for the help that they have given in working to make this event possible. But we plan on doing it for the next 2 years, for sure. And we believe if it is to a level where it's profitable and worthwhile, that other DAVCO's body might continue having this event.
That's their thing.
Yeah, as we know that the Orange Walk Day has kind of dwindled from what it used to be. So it would be a good thing to replace
This person called
that
in and
activity.
suggested to DAFCO to take over the festivities for that weekend, which has been traditionally known as Orange Walk Day. Just let me quickly give you a little recap there. I remember way back when the Orange Walk Sporting Club, the Jockey Club, and this isn't talking about this in 1960s, 1970s, even up to 1980s, early 1980s, but I'm referring mostly to the 1960s and 70s, when Orange Walk was the mecca for thousands and thousands of people coming in to visit, to come to celebrate the Orange, with the Jockey Club. I'm sorry. And those days, it was a horse racing day, but there was also activities. There were also bands being brought from Jamaica. I mean, we the dance of Barony from 1970s. It's not as if it was something new. We've been dancing and singing and listening to all these big band names from Jamaica way back then. People used to just love to come to Orange Walk. It was a big deal at the Santiago Castillo Stadium, and then after that, when the people who were behind the movement died or moved or something, or got older, it just dwindled. There have been some sort of attempts from the Orange Walk Jockey Club Sporting Committee, but up to now, they have been successful up to a certain point. And I do believe that the suggestion comes now from this caller telling you, why don't you take up the slack? Why don't you take up the slack? So traditionally it will become to be known as the DAFCO Day or DAFCO Village Day, where 24 villages can come together. Not only in Orange Walk, but perhaps even in other districts. They might choose another day, obviously, you know. But I think this is an important milestone, you know, an important thing. So,
and when we decided to do this day, we have made plans to try to fit everybody in. It could be a day that everybody benefit, because DAFCO is the organization for all these village councils. But the role DAFCO is playing in this day is to do all the logistics for this event so that these village council can come in. It's not going to cost them anything. The village councils are not bearing the burden of advertising, of getting the grounds together, of the music, of nothing that will be out there that day. The only expense that the village council will have is to get out to the People's Stadium with whatever they want to promote, to sell, to share.
And they have to bring the tents and put up their
tents.
And their tents, okay.
And everything, we mean every penny that these village councils make is going back to their village councils. So it should stimulate village council to come out, to get together and cook, to bake your cakes, to do whatever you need, bring your stew products, bring your agricultural products, come out there and make some money, because you will take back what you make to your village. And in next week, if you get out and work all your village councils, you might be able to clean your park, to maybe build a culvert that you need in your village, to clean your football field, to help your youth group to do something because you have earned a little bit of money to take back to your village.
Well said.
If you sit down and lose this opportunity, then I believe you can only blame yourselves for not doing what you promised the people that you will do for them. Because if you do not make an effort, the opportunity will go by and you will earn zero for your village council. So there is no other way to put it. DAVCO have done its work. We have been tirelessly moving to get this thing going for village councils because we care for these village councils. We care for these villages, and we want to see a little bit of progress in these villages.
Yes.
But I must say that the response from the village councils has been very good. I expect to see all or very close to all village councils out there. The effort that they put to bring stuff, that is their thing. You can bring, well, we expect to have Belizeans supporting this thing, because it's not only support. We're not asking you to donate $5 to village councils. We want to give you your money's worth in enjoyment, in games, in sports, in fun, in drinks. Father's Day is coming up. Graduation is coming up. We have asked BTL to be out there. Smart will be out there. There will be promotion on phone, so you can go out there and buy your graduation gift, buy your Father's Day gift at a very good deal. There will be double up and all type of promotions from these phone companies. So you got to be at the People's Stadium to get these deals. You got to be out there on Saturday to get
Coca-Cola will be there, Belkin will be there.
The Youth Connection.
Youth Connection band will be
you
there.
can dance and enjoy yourself. It starts at 4
Eleanor Liquors will be there.
We'll be having local wine.
Local wines. Ministry of Agriculture is going to be there.
Yep.
Nemo is going to be there. Niche is going to be there. So
Hecapop will be there.
And for the first time, it's a commendable job that has been done up to now. In other words, from now on, it's only geared to become bigger and better.
Yeah.
One question that people have been asking me is, how can the local town people, apart from participating and being there, but some people will want to take the opportunity of taking their cards and so forth. What kind of arrangement will happen there? And this is only for the people who would like to go into business. Will they be able to go in, or what kind of arrangements?
We're definitely limiting the food to the villages.
Okay.
It's a taste of the village. So we want the village people to come out and bring what they have. Taste what other villages have to offer. Let the town people come out and taste the village and see the village life.
So
the fire hearts are going to be out there. See how the fire hearts operate. And food will be cooking right out there on that day. See directly how the village people do their thing. And have fun while doing it. Enjoy the cultural dances and presentations. Watch sport. Eat a different type of food.
A lot of people say, you know what, if they meet me in the street, tell you, I want to go because I want to eat village Ray, I want to go because I want to eat village pibil. I want to go because I want to eat cow-foot soup for Carmelita. Or I want to go because I've never tasted cohoon cabbage before, and I'm very interested in tasting it. And cham cham the wedge, and for God's sake, I didn't know about that until the day until the day that it was mentioned at the meeting. And I go like, of course I was intrigued at first. What is cham cham the wedge? A name that is not too dignified if you're cham cham the wedge. Que diablos es esto? But I end up tasting it. I see what it tastes like, and maybe even like it and go looking for some later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Excuse me.
It's an opportunity to make some business connections. Furniture will be on display.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I want to mention is that Circle R has been generous enough to offer to go out there and sell the rice, which is a very staple product of the Belizean home. So the housewife can go there and stock up on rice
Will it be at special
a
price?
reasonable price.
At a reasonable price. Okay. I'm
So
very
we're looking
glad.
at all our
I gather that
windows,
Caribbean chicken might also be there, because obviously Blue Creek is an integral part of the Orange Walk district, although it that and Shipyard don't have village councils per se, but it's just as well
like a
a
village.
community like every other village. So we want to incorporate them. So so let's see what these businesses will be doing that day. So it's good enough reason to go to the People's Stadium. And the entrance, la entrada solo son $2 para adultos, $1 para niños. Una razón, dancing will be free.
Dancing will be free.
So
you pay your $2, you don't have to worry about paying anything more for none of the activities that will be there. Well, you'll have to buy your food and your drinks and stuff like that,
tell
but
me
everything
something.
else
And-
will be free.
And in the competitions, say the games, there will be prizes.
Beautiful prizes. The business community has been very generous in donating prizes, gift basket, gift certificates, all type of good prizes for these games. So whatever you participate in, there is a chance to win.
And there's also a raffle going on,
Yes.
isn't there?
A big raffle. The first prize for that raffle is a lawnmower. Help to keep your lawn nice and beautiful. So you might be the owner of a brand new lawnmower.
And the price
Just
is
for
only
$2.
$2, exactly right.
There's a weed trimmer or weed eater, whatever you want to call it. That's the second prize
And that's donated by.
RBs.
Thank you, Mr. Abe.
There is a $100 gift certificate from Rapidito Loan, so you might be able to get a nice piece of jewelry or something for that $100. Maybe you have to add on a little something to it, but
It's
it
$100
gets
less.
beautiful. It's a $100 gift certificate from Rapidito. There's a nice loaded gift basket for
From German Vega.
fourth prize from German Vega, and is a $35 gift certificate from Maracas. That's dinner for
Lunch for two.
lunch for two at Maracas. That's the raffle. There's 5 very nice prizes.
And it's being sponsored by La Inmaculada Credit Union. So we must recognize La Inmaculada Credit Union's support to this event and to the raffle in particular. And they have agreed to sponsor tickets.
For some of the games, we have prize like a ham from Rudy Campos Meat Shop. We have a gift certificate from A&R. We have gift certificates from ABC Supermarket. Gift certificates from Giovanni De La Fuente. We have from
Smoky Mermaid.
German Vega. We have from
A basket from another basket from German Vega, right?
Smoky Mermaid.
So there's going to be reason enough to be a part of this competition. Así que atrévete.
Baltazar Campos has been generous in donating to this movement. And we want to say also thanks to CT Parts Old Master, SMART, the Ministry of Rural Development, Niche, Caribbean Chicken, Bellikin, Coke, BTL, Circle R, Mr. Landy Burns, and German Vega, RBs, and all who have
a number of other people who have also
contributed and helped to make this success.
Exactly, and I'm sure that it will be a success.
We want to thank in advance all Belizeans, and not only Belizeans, if you're from neighboring countries and you're visiting Belize and you want to come out and see what the village life of Belize is all about, come on out to the People's Stadium.
Yes, exactly. I just want to quickly, I asked the people from Caribbean Chicken to send us some sort of info so we can get a little bit more info as to, what Caribbean Chicken is. And this is, and this is a part of Orange Walk, and we should be proud of the businesses that reside in Orange Walk and are part of Orange Walk District, because Village Fest is a celebration of everything that we are. And it started in 1988 when Caribbean Chicken had a vision of producing nutritious chicken. Way back then, they were only slaughtering like 6,000, 8,000 chickens per week. And it comes as a surprise to me that actually they're slaughtering 60,000 per week as a result of consumer demand. So I'd like to congratulate Caribbean Chicken. They have been, above all, consistent with the quality and consistent with the excellent service. So, because they're committed to the production of safe and wholesome food products. Obviously, and they have been certified HACCP, which means that it's an acronym that stands for Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point. All of these things are indicative or revealing of the emphasis they place on safety, safe food. There are certain things that must be adhered to when processing food, especially chicken, because you hear about salmonella infections and so forth. So all of these measures have to be put in place, so at the end of the day, they give you good food. Quiero felicitar
to also make a special mention of thanks to the Honorable Gaspar Vega. He has been generous in helping us, especially in getting this information out to the people, and also the crew here at Norte Vision, and also Sugar City Radio and Universal Radio and Fiesta FM.
And all of these places are running the ads.
Yeah, they're running the ads, so you should have heard about it. I believe everybody have heard about it. Make your preparations. You definitely don't need to cook anything on Saturday.
No, man, not better cook.
Yeah, just...
They got tamales, they got tacos, pipi, they got pozole, they will have chirmole, rice and beans, escabeche. Carmelita's taking cold food soup. No, let it set me up, Elvis, and tell me, boy, they couldn't make the cold food soup.
No. Listen. This. You watch this cold food soup, the bubble.
Okay.
Out there in the People's Stadium.
Okay, good.
We know they carry no cold food soup, but don't make it. Make right out there.
Good Lord, that means I'm
so
going to
if you run out, I want more come.
Okay.
No, man, by 10:30, 11 o'clock, cold food soup ready. Cohoon cabbage, curry, cohoon cabbage.
Curry, cohoon cabbage?
And regular cohoon cabbage.
I gather that the people from Toledo like to curry it.
And the people from San Esteban are they out there with the fire heart, the bubbly relleno, and chibole.
Qué ganas de, qué apetito me estás dando.
The pig head bollo. And the bollo.
Oh, they have bollos de chaya también, ¿no?
Yeah, bollos de chaya.
Okay.
And they got
tamales de Sakai, tamales de
cheese
tortilla.
dip, even barbecue are out there if you want barbecue, but so much other food.
Okay.
The food that we don't get every day, that we don't find all the time, the food that maybe you might not even have known about, will be out there.
In celebration of Village Fest. Guys, it's exactly 8:29, if I'm not mistaken, almost going to 8:30. We'll take this break and we'll be right back with you after these messages to wrap up for what is the last segment of the Sugar City Morning Show. Let's take that break.
What? 50%? Sure, not my strong, but the water do pan it so. When I just did,
Dude, relax. At alone data have apps. If you want to do them things, Digicel have bigger and better data plans we need to look into.
but I can't help it. Digicel 4G LTE so fast, I just want.
Chill. I feel you. You could go to data usage in your phone settings to easily monitor the amount of data each app is using on your phone.
It's the first ever Davco Village Fest on Saturday, May 20th at the People's Stadium. Come and enjoy cultural presentations from 24 villages in the Orange Walk district. There will be cultural dances, arts and craft displays, plotting up the maypole, games for kids and adults, greasy pole, and Baba Bitters drinking contest, and many more. Also, all day long you can get your brand new phone and special promotion plans both from Digicel and Smart. When it comes to food, come savor delicious Reino Negro, pibil, tamales, cham cham de wech, cow food soup, escabeche, and so much more. Gates open at 9 a.m. Official opening ceremonies at 10 a.m. Youth Connection Band will be jamming from 4 to 10 p.m. It's the first ever Davco Village Fest on Saturday, May 20th at the People's Stadium. Platinum sponsors: Niche, Ministry of Rural Development, Davco. Golden sponsors: CT Parks, La Immaculada Credit Union Limited, Caribbean Chicken, Circle R, L&R Liquors, Smart, Coca-Cola, Belkin, and Digicel.
As a testament to government's commitment to improving the lives of all Belizeans, in 2016, the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Commerce, championed by Beltrade, secured approximately $300 million in new and expanded investments, leading to over 1,500 jobs in tourism, agribusiness, and business outsourcing. The ministry continues to facilitate meaningful investments that will improve the lives of all Belizeans.
Music is not what I do. Music is who I am. I keep up with what's hip, what's hype, what's now. With my Digicel 4G LTE Advance, I am way ahead of the game. No data in the region can keep up with Digicel 4G LTE Advance. Digicel 4G LTE Advance, offering 5 times the speed, 5 times the rush. You feel it?
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
It is 8 cilindros. Eres adrenalina disfrazada de aleación de aluminio a 8000 revoluciones por minuto.
Así como así. ¿Será el cigüeñal?
Una limpieza de inyectores, un cambio de aceite, vas a correr con libertad, campeón.
Los que entendemos al motor como si tuviera voz, hablamos máquina. Rostras poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Ahora distribuido por German Vega Anton. Búsquelo en tu tienda favorita.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. I have the pleasure of having with us this morning Mr. Elvis Reynolds, who is the chairman of Carmelita. You began as a Carmelita chairman.
Yeah, that's correct.
But DAVCO is a non-political entity. In other words, ahí se unen todos los chairmen de las aldeas, PUP, UDP, lo que tú seas.
That's correct.
Ahí simplemente para representar los intereses de tu gente. Estamos hablando aquí, voy a tomar tiempo aparte para hablar en español para aquellas personas, para el beneficio de aquellas personas de habla hispana, que algunos allá llamó y se quejó a decir que no hablamos suficiente español. Tenemos que reconocer simplemente que nuestro invitado, pues, le prefiere hablar en inglés porque no tiene la habilidad de practicar bien en español. Sería, y lo estoy tomando ahora, pero lo he consultado con él y me ha pedido que lo haga, así que con su permiso estoy hablando español. ¿Ok? Aquí les estoy invitando a asistir al DAVCO Village Fest. Y tomamos tiempo aparte para darles invitación porque es la primera vez que se está celebrando este evento en Orange Walk. Por primera vez. Hemos estado escuchando acerca de aldeas que por una razón u otra, y aquí no quiero definirlo, por una razón u otra, están en un estado de sueño, de dormir. Están pasivos, es la palabra, pasivos, por X razones. Como dije, uno, por la inhabilidad de hacer lo que deben de hacer por falta de recursos, o por falta de participación, o por otras razones. Este evento entonces viene para combatir este problema. Y este problema es, la solución a este problema es, uno, meterles energía, así. Y para también que sea una forma de recaudar fondos para las mismas aldeas, porque las mismas aldeas que participan, pues se llevarán sus ingresos que ellos reciben. Correctamente lo dijo el compañero Elvis, cuando dijo que las aldeas todo lo que tienen que hacer es participar. DAVCO se preocupa de todo lo demás, lo que es la organización, la música, los anuncios, todo. La aldea siempre tiene que participar y los ingresos que ellos hagan ese día es para ellos. Si ellos entonces quieren traer a un individuo que sea parte de su presentación de la aldea, claro, mientras que tengan beneficio de esa persona. Es más, esa persona decida compartir poco de sus ventas con ustedes, porque pues así es como funciona. También obviamente si es que quieres llevar a alguien que simplemente tenga en exhibición ciertos productos, claro que sí. El punto es que la aldea se pueda vender. Es más, vas a venderte a la gente, ¿ok? Vas a llegarte a conocer. Va a haber información sobre la aldea, cómo es, y ojalá y tengan todas las aldeas esto, pero información acerca de cuándo se fundó la aldea, cuánta gente vive ahí, para tener una mejor idea, porque muchas personas pues ni siquiera se han conocido San Carlos, no saben dónde está Nuevo San Juan, no saben absolutamente nada, porque se llama Douglas. Y esto aparte de que sirva como información para la aldea, pero también puede servir para información, para tratar de compilar un poco de información al respecto de nuestra aldea y también generar un poco de orgullo que nos hace falta muy fuertemente a muchos sectores de nuestra comunidad. Elvis, we spoke about it being a non-political thing, you know. Hopefully politics has not become involved in this thing.
Well, you know, politics is always lurking around. We can't run away from that.
Mm-hmm.
But we have been letting it known out there that DAVCO represent all. Every village council in the district. Now, we are not representing no red village council or no blue village council. We are only representing village councils.
No preference.
So I don't care if you're UDP, PUP, or no P at all. Once you're a village council in the Orange Walk district, there is equal representation for your village council in DAVCO. So that's what we do. I appeal to the political people, the people that are red and blue in leadership position. Do not take this false information to your villages about politics. Take some help to your villages to get out to the People's Stadium. That's the only thing you should be doing if you're a politician from whichever side of the parties. Go to your village and talk to them and ask them how you can help them to get out to the People's Stadium to celebrate and have fun and enjoy what is their day, the village day.
Exactly.
That's what we are looking at for Saturday. I've contacted all politicians. I will say it again. There is 8 in Orange Walk.
4 incumbent and
4 from the UDP and 4 from the PUP. I invited every one of them. Some have not responded in no kind of way, but I've invited them to go out there, to see their people, to make a difference. Show that you are not the politician that just want to trick and fool the people when it is election time. Show that you're a politician that cares for your people.
And that you're approaching.
Want to help your people, and get out there and show your people who you are. This event will show who you are, you know. I don't want nobody to come and say, oh, I know UDP thing. And every politician, the 8 of them are invited to be a guest at this event at the
So
People's
you
Stadium.
invited the actual representative of that division and also the standard bearer.
That's right.
You know, and so forth.
From
because
both sides.
From both sides. Commendable job. What time does the official ceremonies begin?
The official ceremony begins at 10 o'clock. We are asking the invited guests to be seated 10 minutes before. We are asking our village councils to be in place by 9 o'clock so that we don't have movements of vehicles and tents or anything
during the official
ceremony or when people start coming out.
Okay. Gates will be open from early.
From 9 o'clock. So we want all these village council to be in place by 9 o'clock.
Okay.
You can start to set up your tents, your booths, whatever you want to set up. You can start doing that from 1 o'clock today. The stadium will be open from today to start preparation. All day tomorrow, the person in charge of the grounds is the chairman from San Esteban, Mr. Pat. He'll be out there today and tomorrow to show you your area and to assist in any way he and his committee can to help set up your tents and get everybody comfortably in place.
So the person who gets there first gets...
Yes, there is ample security there at the stadium, so you don't need to worry about your tent. I wouldn't advise that you take very small items because we know how that is, but your tents and your tables and your bigger stuff are going to be very secure there at the People's Stadium.
Okay, great.
I
repeat here that the entrance is only for adults is only $2, and for children is only $1. Obviously, handheld baby, if you dare to take them, that's a different story. But when we're talking children here, we're talking about maybe from 3 years old,
from 4 up.
From 4 up to about 13, 14 years.
Yeah,
we won't be out there asking people to take out their social security card to verify age. We'll very simply act on the using a little bit of discretion. Okay?
Villages in Orange Walk districts are Douglas, Nueva San Juan, San Pablo, San Jose, San Luis, San Roman, Trial Farm, San Antonio, Santa Cruz, San Esteban, Guinea Grass, Tower Hill, Santa Marta, San Jose Palmar, Champagne Ridge, Carmelita, San Carlos, Indian Church, San Felipe, August Pine Ridge, Trinidad, San Lorenzo, Oak Creek, Fireburn, and we have the community of Blue Creek and Shipyard. Those are the villages and communities within the district of Orange Walk. We are inviting all villagers from these villages to come out. We're inviting Orange Walk Town to come out.
To come and participate and celebrate. The show is meant for you guys.
Come on out. Enjoy yourself at the People's Stadium. Eat the food. Get information. The hurricane season is approaching. Nemo will be out there.
And if
get your blood pressure test.
Exactly.
Get your sugar test.
And free of charge, right?
Free of charge. Drink up your Bellikin and your Coca-Cola, natural juices.
You have to pay for that one.
Local wine. You have to pay for those. Cultural presentation. Make your business contacts. There will be arts and craft, furniture. Stock up on your pantry with cheap rice from Circle R, and get maybe deals on chicken from Caribbean Chicken.
Yes.
Buy your watermelon from people in San Carlos, your potatoes, your onions.
All you have to do is take your wallet with you.
Yeah. take your wallet for these extra things and the food.
And if you feel in the competitive spirit, then obviously you would like to participate in some of the competitions.
Yes.
You know, and if you think you're good, or maybe you know you're good, get in one of them, because though there have prizes for all of these competitions that we'll be having. So I'd like to say that I have been a part of this. We're just about closing in right now. It's about 10 minutes to 9. I've been a part of this, of the planning for this event, and I'd like to tell you that it has been a challenge. It has been a challenge. So this Saturday, this invitation goes out to everybody to come in to come in and to celebrate village life. Okay. No, people say, "Oh, it's solo de aldea." No, the show is meant for the people, the townsfolk, so that they can come in and view. A lot of us have nuestro chichi, or nuestros tíos, or something living in aldeas. This is a time for you to visit, you know, if they're there, and to come celebrate the village life, because it is within all of us.
And the villages, the businesses in the villages, if you can assist your village council, take the opportunity to do so.
Exactly.
And other businesses, maybe in Orange Walk, we know what a lot of the business that you do comes from the folks from the villages.
Exactly so.
If you want to help to make this event bigger and better, contact
us. Yes.
Yeah, my number is 602-7287. There are still a few businesses that we will be calling on between today and tomorrow. If you'd be generous enough to contribute something towards making this event bigger and better, we will definitely appreciate your help, and we will make mention of your business.
Yes. I'd like at this time to break away from the topic and tell you that I'll give you just a rerun of a death announcement here, because we're just at about that time when it's exactly 9 minutes before 9 o'clock. And it is with sadness, deep sadness, that we announce the death of Mrs. Alma Mendes, affectionately known as Mrs. Cadice. She was predeceased by her grandmother, Mrs. Candelaria Ayuso Pech, grandfather Mercedes Olivera, mother Mrs. Wilfrida Ayuso, better known as Fida, mother-in-law Mrs. Maria Chavarria, and her son Mr. Sergio Mendes. Left to mourn are her husbands, Mr. Raul Mendes Sr., daughter Miss Lorelli Mendes, sons Raul Mendes Jr. and Alberto Mendes, grandsons Melhem, Ethan, Javan, Sergio Jr. and Stefan Mendes, Alfonso Jr. and Humani Reynard. Granddaughters Naira and Kaylee Mendes, daughter-in-laws Mrs. Samantha, daughters-in-law Mrs. Samantha Mendes and Ms. Veronica Castillo. Her aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, and friends. I'd like to tell you that the wake happened last night, and the funeral services are happening very shortly at 10 o'clock this morning. I repeat, at 10 o'clock this morning at the Mount Sinai Seventh-day Adventist Church on Palmer Boundary Road. The body will lay in state a bit earlier. So if you'd like to view the body, you can leave about just now, because the funeral services will begin at a sharp 10 o'clock this morning. Mrs. Alma Mendes was born May 15th, 1958, and died almost on her birthday, May 14th, 2007. We're asking people, please note that one of the requests that Miss Alma Mendes did, and I gather that this comes from within the family, that for participants, those people who go to the funeral, to please wear pastel colors. Pastel means light colors. Miss Alma mentioned that she didn't like white and black, all the formalities of white and black. So you can take light colors to be worn for the funeral. Okay? I'd like to take time out to thank you, Elvis, for this morning, for being here with us. I'd like to tell you from very early that I wish you all the luck and the best of luck, really, with this one. I think that at the end of the day, it's going to be a very successful event. I do believe that the planning that is taking place is going to be a wonderful thing, and I think that the people of Orange Walk are going to be very reciprocal, and they're very supportive of all the efforts because they'll be out there from early Saturday morning. You're not going to think for at home. Come on, be out there at the People's Stadium and be a part. Get your kick with the games. Get your food. Get your beer. Get yourself the family and go have fun at the People's Stadium for the Davco Village Fest in celebration of the uniqueness of the distinctive cultures that we have that make up Orange Walk District. I'd like to take time out to thank everybody for the participation. I'd like to thank Checky, Morris, and Rahim. I'd like to thank Nortevision as a whole. I'd like to thank you, the viewing public, for the support and trusting that you will be even supporting and attending the Village Fest. Guys, it's about that time when I tell you thanks again, and the show can be viewed tonight at 9 o'clock. And also, if you go on Facebook, if you are on the internet, you just very simply go to YouTube, type in Sugar City Morning Show for the day that you want to see, and as quick as that, you're going to see it. You're going to download it and see it. It's what I like to say in the States, quick, fast, and hurry. So, and very convenient too. So, and the show shows again tonight, repeats at 9 o'clock tonight, and tomorrow is Friday. We'll be here tomorrow with another guest from the Northern Medical Specialty Plaza. So, take care, folks. Take care, and until tomorrow, nos vemos. Se cuidan mucho. Hasta luego.
Thank you, Belize.
Thank you.